Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the best FotoFauna photographs of winter 2021. We are getting snow in some parts of the Sky Island region, even now at the end of March. So it still feels very relevant to be thinking about winter. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for those of you that are tuning in on Facebook. It's great to have everybody coming together to celebrate wildlife in our region. I'm Emily Burns, the program director with Sky Island Alliance, and I'm joined today with a very special guest, Catherine Bartlett, the education program manager at the Arizona Sonora Desert Museum. Welcome, Catherine.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm ecstatic. I love camera trapping. This has been my jam, and I love this project so much. So thank you for having me.
Oh, we're so excited to have you here. We today are going to be showing photographs that were taken this winter and submitted through our FotoFauna project. These photos have come in from Sonora, Mexico, Arizona, and New Mexico. And I just want to start by acknowledging that the places where these cameras have been photographing wildlife are native lands. My own personal cameras and those of Sky Island Alliance, many of them around the Tucson area. These are the ancestral homelands of the Pascua Yaqui and Tohono O'odham. Okay, so with that, I'm going to share screen and start to get ready to show some pretty exciting wildlife photographs. Any guesses of the kind of animals we're going to see? We'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to use the chat as much as you'd like during this presentation. Let us know where you're watching this presentation from. Let us know your favorite wildlife species. Tell us a joke. This is totally
please tell us a joke. I love animal jokes. I can use them in education all the time. So help add to my collection.
Help us out. That would be super great. All right, so here we are. We're getting rolling here.
Whoa, somebody's watching from Minnesota and London, England, Washington, Colorado. Wow, that's great reach, Emily.
This is fantastic. So welcome. We hope you're inspired by what you see today. FotoFauna, its heart is here in the Sky Island region, but you are very welcome to contribute data. Many of these species live way outside of the Sky Island region as well. So whether you have a wildlife camera or not, I hope this presentation makes you excited to get your wildlife camera game on. So what we're going to be talking about today are the best photographs that have come in through FotoFauna. And FotoFauna is a network. It's a network of people, wildlife enthusiasts. It's a network of cameras. It's a network of 18 partners from the US and Mexico that care about wildlife and are using wildlife cameras in their communications and their education and to study wildlife to conserve them in this region. It's also a network of wildlife species. And we're going to talk a little bit about what wildlife species are on our checklist. So the way FotoFauna works is we're on the watch with cameras around the region that are operating 24/7. And we're trying to understand where we're detecting 43 wildlife species and where we're not. We're super interested to know where we have species that are subtropical and how far north they're going. We're curious about the species that have a very limited range and are endemic, local to this region. We're curious where wide-ranging species are that are moving between Sky Island mountain ranges, when and where species are migrating up in latitudes, moving from sometimes even South America all the way up into North America through our area. We're curious about which species are most sensitive to development and tracking where they are so that we can help weigh in when development is being proposed so that we can protect habitat for these most sensitive species. And then one of the things I'm getting really interested in personally is which of these species can live well with humans? Where are species adapted to the urban environment? And we've already had some cool surprises finding ringtail in Midtown Tucson, which is super fun. So here's just a collection of some of the photos on our species checklist. And everyone who's participating voluntarily in FotoFauna analyzes the photos that come off their camera after it's been rolling for a whole month. And then they submit a checklist of yes or no for all 43 species. Just a quick reminder why we love cameras. Well, there's so many methods for studying animals, but trail cameras or game cameras, wildlife cameras, they really limit stress on animals. They're passive, you place them in the environment, and it allows us to make observations without disrupting the natural activities of animals in their natural habitat. It saves people's time. Biologists, we have a lot of hobbies. We like to do things. I like to garden. I do embroidery. So I need that time. I need the cameras to do the work for me and stay up late. I'm not good at staying up late. So we love that cameras can keep running even when we're not there in the field to do the field work. It allows us also to observe really interesting behavior. When you are in the midst of an animal, your own presence in the ecosystem, you are part of nature, you're influencing that animal. And by us being away and leaving the camera running, we get to see some really cool things. You're going to see those today in some of these photographs. You're going to see parents with their young. You will see animals dancing. Well, that's at least what we think.
That's our interpretation.
Exactly. And so you're going to get a lot of insight into what animals are doing in the region with some of these photographs. And you can let your imagination run away with you and what you think those animals are actually doing.
Emily, can I add why I love cameras?
Yes, please.
Especially this year when we've all been home so much, it gave me a real sense of place to my surroundings. So I put one out, my personal one, in the front yard, and just seeing what's in and around me all the time has really kind of rooted my sense of where I am in Tucson and the biodiversity that's here too, and made me more connected to the land. But also because I couldn't travel, like we're not doing much of anything, I kind of got to think that, oh, all these animals are traveling and doing fun things for me, and I get to kind of have that peek at them.
That's such a good point. It has really been such a bright spot for this year, hasn't it?
Yes.
And then I guess the last thing I would add is it just allows us really to collect meaningful scientific data and trends of where species are, their presence and absence over time. Excuse me, my cat just knocked over a large object in my closet. Wildlife, domestic wildlife, they're always entertaining. So we love wildlife camera data because it's a great way to be tracking these species across the region, and anyone can help us with this. And the more cameras we have reporting in, the better we're going to understand the distribution of species. You would think we really know where they are, and we don't necessarily. So we're going to learn so much more with the more people that get involved. All right. Okay, so here's a peek into where our FotoFauna cameras are. We launched this project in the fall last year, and just in September, here are the camera locations that have submitted these monthly FotoFauna checklists. Everywhere you see an orange dot, there's data coming in from those places, and you can see this excellent split between US cameras and Mexico cameras. We love this. This is truly a binational effort. On the upper left-hand corner, it shows you, it's a highlighted, zoomed in view of what it looks like in the Tucson region. And then down in Sonora, this other inset zoomed in map, this is centered around Moctezuma, where the Universidad de la Sierra is. And we've got a lot of students and faculty working with us that are helping to understand the wildlife in this region. So we're so excited to have their contributions in the project. Okay, so what is this photo competition all about? I know you're dying to know. Well, since December, FotoFauna checklists have been coming in. We've had more than 1,000 photographs attached to these checklists that have been submitted. And Sky Island Alliance staff had so much fun looking at every single one that came in. We went through all of the photographs and we organized them into categories. We identified a semi-finalist round, so a cohort of photographs that fit in each of 18 categories. These categories include Winter Wonderland, Best Dressed, Wild for Water, and one of my personal favorites, Tail Envy. We had our partners, our wonderful FotoFauna partners, do judging, meaning they took each cohort in the semi-finalist round for each category, and they selected 3 finalist photos. Those are the ones you're going to see today. We had FotoFauna partners and friends of FotoFauna, some fellow organizations in the region that are supportive of the FotoFauna effort. So you're going to see some new partners that participated in the photo competition this time, which is so exciting. And thank you to all the judges for your contributions. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about picking the winners. We are going to be doing all of this through Zoom. So if you're joining us from Facebook, we invite you to go ahead and join us on Zoom. The registration link should be in the chat. That way you'll be able to vote and help us select the winners for each category. Catherine and I are going to introduce each category. We're going to walk you through the 3 finalists. We may have some color commentary on what we love about these photographs. Then we will invite you to vote. That will be in a Zoom poll. The poll will pop up on your screen and you'll be able to choose one of the 3 photographs, A, B, or C. Once we have a majority of folks voting in, we will announce the winner. And each winner is going to win a very exciting FotoFauna tote bag. So this is pretty exciting. You get to decide who gets the fun FotoFauna stuff. I'm going to stand up
oh my
here.
gosh, Emily, are there prizes?
Oh yeah, there's definitely prizes. So I'm wearing my FotoFauna shirt. If you haven't yet bought your FotoFauna gear, we've got people in the audience that are showing their FotoFauna gear. That's awesome.
Yes, that's great. Show it off.
Yeah, visit the bonfire store, and all of the proceeds for buying this gear, you can get hats, the tote bags, shirts, sweatshirts, will go to support our work, especially getting wildlife cameras in the hands of students in Sonora. So please help support this project by buying the gear. All right, Catherine, are you ready? Are you ready for this?
I'm so ready. I've been excited about this for a very long time.
Okay. Well, we're wild for water. I mean, we live in the desert. No drop of water is unappreciated in our area, as far as I'm concerned. So we'd like to thank one of our FotoFauna partners, Watershed Management Group, for doing the big work of going through all the amazing wildlife photographs that were submitted near water. Before we show the first finalist photographs, just want to say, wow, a solid 2/3 majority of all of the checklists that have been submitted so far to FotoFauna have been near water, within 50 feet. So clearly we like putting wildlife cameras near water sources, and many of the photos that have come in have been near water.
I like that sense of success, you know. So when you have it on your water, you have a better chance. Yes, that makes sense.
It does, yes. And water could mean many things to us in the Sky Island region. Sometimes they're even just like at my house, they're just bowls of water, but animals flock to them. And just to illustrate that, here is a map showing where we're finding more species detected. And we see a really tight correlation when we do the statistics between the number of species in a place if there's water. So if there's water, we're getting more species. We expect this trend to hold up as we continue to study. But that doesn't mean we only want cameras on water. We really want to understand where species are in between the water sources. Do they have enough water sources? We need to really map that whole thing. So if you've got dry land without water, we still very much want those data. Okay, Catherine, we're launching into our wild with water, and here's our first photograph. Look at this.
All right, so everybody remember that there's 3 photographs in each category. So we'll show you each one, and then on the last slide, you'll see all 3 side by side. So numero uno, trash panda here. Love it.
They're so stylish. I mean, I know that they get into all kinds of mischief and empty our hummingbird feeders and do all kinds of things, but look at that face.
It's adorable. For the first time, I've been camera trapping at my house for over 3 years now. This is the first year I've gotten a raccoon. So they're definitely out and about in urban and suburban Tucson.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, this fellow is so whisker forward, just really loving this water.
All right, who else do we have?
All right, we got this beauty. We have a red-tailed hawk.
Ooh. And I'm seeing a lot of people on the Zoom that are matching the names of these photos. So thanks for showing up and checking out your work.
Oh, that's good ID skills. I like that. This one had me confused. I'm not going to lie. You might be thinking, oh, she thought it was a Cooper's hawk. Well, that was one of my thoughts. But I mean, look at the ocotillo and the agave behind it. I thought it was a peacock. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, this should be in the tail category.
So fabulous. Gotta love we've got to love the birds that come to water. Okay, so that's B. And our third our third and final photo for the wild for water category is this one.
There you go. There's one of Paul's. Love it. That white crowned sparrow and our northern cardinal. They're always so striking to see on the cameras. That bright spot of color. I love it.
Absolutely. And I guess my question was, which of the birds is photobombing the other one?
Maybe they're friends.
Exactly. Alrighty. Okay, so let's review them all, and then I'm going to launch the poll when I can figure out how to do that. Oops, sorry, technical difficulties.
No worries. All right, as a vocal reminder, raccoon, red-tailed hawk are two birds for wild for water.
All right, the poll is launched. We've got voting. Oh, okay. People are weighing in. Okay, half the folks on the Zoom have voted. Oh, it's ticking up. Oh, it's neck and neck. Oh, it's neck and neck. Be the tiebreaker. Be the tiebreaker. We've got 80% votes cast. All right, last chance. Here we go. And for the win, we have the peacock. I mean the red tail.
Very nice, Ann Hutchinson, Wild for Water winner.
Fantastic. Okay, moving right along. Okay, here we have Best Action Shot, and it's been brought to us by our FotoFauna partners at Wildlands Network. Oh my goodness. I just don't think it gets any cuter than this. Look at this.
Is that one? I feel like that's one javelina.
I feel like I see multiple noses. I think we're looking at two large javelina and two young ones rubbing each other, just having a great time in the grass.
Okay.
Okay, our second finalist photo, look at this one. A beautiful snowy egret showing off its long legs.
I love the action shot.
Really lovely.
Very cool.
And our third one, the Gamble's quail. Now what's going on here?
And this is the one where they're dancing, right? It's not a fight, it's a dance.
Yeah, I feel pretty confident it's a dance. I mean, it's definitely they have a groove going. I mean, right?
Yeah.
Can't see it any other way.
Yeah. I love the quail though. Oh, they're so entertaining.
So super entertaining. All right, folks. So just as a refresher, we've got javelina, A, B, snowy egret, or C, Gamble's quail dancing. We will begin the voting now. Cast your votes and pick the winner. Okay, last chance to vote. Okay, terrific. And we have a winner, folks. It's the folk dancing quail.
Oh my gosh, Gamble's quail for the win.
Exactly.
So what music do you think they're dancing to?
I don't know. For me, I keep thinking like Irish jig or something, but.
Is there any bird themed music out there that y'all know? I'm just thinking Rockin' Robin. That's the only thing that comes to mind.
Okay, we can work with that. I think I could see that for sure. Oh,
Freebird, Birdland. Good job. Those are coming up in the comments. Yes.
Blackbird.
Oh, All right. Congratulations, Best Action Shot.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we're moving on to the theme of this photo competition, our Winter Wonderland. And thank you, Catherine and the Desert Museum, for judging this category.
You're welcome. We're thrilled to.
All right, so tell us a little bit about these selections.
I love this one because it was a nice clear shot of that bobcat. And it was walking or stalking. I don't know. It's doing its thing.
Yeah, I love the grassland. That's totally feels like winter for me here.
Yeah, right.
Gorgeous.
This one I love because you look through, they're breaking through the ice to get to the water to drink that. So it's true. Arizona has ice once in a while. It's there.
Absolutely. And it's not just in our margaritas in the summer. I love these mule deer.
Yes.
Okay, and the final choice.
And then this one is the skunk. And the reason that we love this one is because you say the waves of white and then the black at the top with the snow and the rock. And then that was kind of mirrored with the shape and the coloration of the skunk. So it felt very artistic and wintry to me.
100% agree. So beautiful. Okay, get ready to vote. Here's a refresher of what we're looking at. Mule deer breaking through the ice and drinking. We have the bobcat and we have the skunk. So here comes the poll. Make your choice. Okay, a couple more seconds. Ooh, we got a tie. Keep voting, keep voting. Vote, vote, vote.
Tie game.
Oh, it's such a close one. Okay. Oh, this is just going to be by a tail feather here.
Oh my gosh, that was super close. Good job, skunk.
Yeah, wonderful.
And that's the hooded skunk. Is that correct, Emily?
I believe so.
One of the 4 species in our region.
Okay, well, let's keep moving on to best dressed. I mean, just as a warning, these animals are not wearing the FotoFauna gear. If they were, I mean, they would all be contenders, but this was really for the animals that went above and beyond. And thank you to the Center for Biological Diversity for judging this category and picking these awesome wildlife photos. This great blue heron, I mean,
It doesn't get better than that. Usually, you know, a heron is spectacular if you see that nice profile or that long neck or if they're fishing or something. But to see this angle was super unique. I love it.
Yeah, I love the layered feathers. I sort of feel inspired to bring back shoulder pads now because obviously that's a good look.
Yes, bring back shoulder pads, said no one ever.
Until now. You heard it here first, folks.
Yes.
We'll be here all week. Okay, so we've got the great blue heron. We have a very dapper fox, a gray fox.
Beautiful. It's almost impossible to have a bad picture of a fox. They're just so beautiful.
Oh, and then this one.
Handsome fellow right there.
Really gorgeous northern cardinal, perched in the light just so, definitely caught the bird's good side. All right, so your choices. We've got the great blue heron, the dapper gray fox, northern cardinal. Time to vote. Okay, we have a very clear winner. We have Mr. Fox takes the best dressed category.
Wow.
Congratulations to Jim and the Tucson Audubon Society.
Very nice. Very cool.
All right. Next up, we have Meet the Newcomers. So Catherine, did you know that we added a whole bunch of species to the checklist this year?
I did. I saw that there was a lot of rodents that were added especially, which made me very happy because I have a pack rat on my camera every night. So yeah, I get to submit that.
I think it's a pack rat on your camera is better than under your car hood, right? I mean,
yes.
That's
correct.
Yes, so absolutely. We've got all the squirrel species. People are welcome to submit pictures of tiny rodents like mice or rats. We have the beaver. We have the North American porcupine. Super cool. Oh yeah, and then we also added ocelot and jaguar if you're into iconic cats of the region.
How does that compete with my pack rat? I don't know, but if you have an ocelot, throw it in there.
I don't know, but we could have that as a face-off for the next photo competition, pack rat versus ocelot, and see what happens.
Yeah, which is more beloved? It's a toss-up.
All right, so let's meet the newcomers. And here are 3 photographs. The first one is our favorite masked bandit, the raccoon.
Excellent. So you just added raccoon just in time for everyone's winter raccoons to get into the comp.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we thought about that. Gotta love this one. Got a round-tailed squirrel, the one on the right, chasing a Harris's antelope squirrel.
Nice action shot there, Mitty. Very cool.
Absolutely.
There's just drama happening all the time outside our windows.
That's right. And lastly, love black-tailed jackrabbits. Look at this.
Beautiful.
Thank you to Hona Chul for this awesome submission of this beautiful jackrabbit. Okay, in review, we've got our raccoon, the pair of squirrels running around the desert, or our black-tailed jackrabbit. Time to vote. Okay. Ooh, got a lot of people reporting in. Looks like we're having a winner. And I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. It is
wow.
The running squirrels.
The running of the squirrels.
Yeah, congratulations, Mitty, for winning our Meet the Newcomers category.
I feel like Mitty's going to sweep, cleaning up.
So great. All right, so we have our next category is we're staying with the squirrel theme. All right, this is about the squirrels of this region. Thank you to Borderlands Restoration Network, a founding partner of FotoFauna, for judging this category. And first up, here's one of the squirrels in my backyard, a tiny Harris's antelope squirrel. The running squirrels are back. But this time, guess who's in front? Guess who's getting chased now? It's the round-tailed squirrel, and it's the Harris's antelope squirrel in the back.
Mitty, I would love to see this sequence. I don't know if you're on social media, but I would love to see the drama that has unfolded with these two. Tell us the whole story.
Absolutely. Yeah. So anybody, if you're taking wildlife photos, tag us hashtag Sky Island FotoFauna with an F, and so that others can see your great wildlife photos. Okay. And the last finalist photo, a gorgeous rock squirrel. Okay. And in review, Harris's antelope squirrel solo mission. Then we have Harris's antelope squirrel chasing a round-tailed squirrel, B, and C, the rock-tailed squirrel. So for Going Nutty, cast your votes. Oh gosh, we need a tiebreaker. Keep voting, keep voting. We've got 2 neck and neck.
Have you ever had a tie before? A straight up tie?
We haven't. We haven't had a tie before. Okay, we broke the tie. Here we go. And the winner is the rock squirrels posing.
Wow. By a tooth. By an incisor.
It's squirrel tooth. Exactly. Fantastic. Okay, we're moving on to a really wonderful category. We have had so many new cameras reporting in from Sonora, Mexico. We thought we'd highlight the best of the Sonoran, Mexico wildlife photos. And this was judged by our partners at the Universidad de la Sierra, Unisierra, and Moctezuma. So thank you to the faculty who judged this category. And here
awesome.
we go.
And it looks like they're here with us in the chat. They said hello earlier.
Oh, hola. All right, here we go with a ringtail posing on a tree so we can see the entire profile and amazing tail.
Just so, I mean, we say that the species is iconic, but it's always so rare and lucky to get to see one because of how secretive they are. And I love that you can see the whole body here and really see that beautiful tail.
Oh, it's really beautiful. Yeah, it's a gorgeous shot. Next up, it kind of takes my breath away whenever I see these photographs of mountain lion.
Yeah, it's nice of you to say takes your breath away. I say induces severe jealousy within myself. I've never gotten something so beautiful as the large cat, but congratulations to all who have and can.
Well, now we know what to get you for your birthday. So we'll
A mountain lion?
mountain lion here by your house. I think that seems fair.
Just walk one of those cardboard cutouts in front of my camera and watch me freak out.
Okay, let me just write that down because that's a good idea. All right, so we've got this muscular, beautiful feline beast, this mountain lion in Sonora as our second finalist, and our third, look at that, reflections of trees, winter trees, and a coyote.
Beautiful. Nice, healthy looking coyote too.
Absolutely. All right, so we have ringtail, mountain lion, and coyote from Sonora, Mexico. Help us pick the best one. This is going to be a hard choice. I'm glad I don't get to vote.
Well, joke's on you because I do get to vote.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right, so the votes have been cast. We've got a clear winner here. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that it is the puma, the mountain lion.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Congratulations to Rancho El Aribabi for this beautiful mountain lion photo. All right, we're going to be moving on to a very adorable category. So, just prepare yourself. We're going to be looking for the cutest COATIMUNDI, white-nosed coati, they're also known as. This was brought to us by our friends and partners, FotoFauna in Sonora. And thank you for judging that. They're also a FotoFauna partner.
Awesome.
Coati are one of those subtropical species that I mentioned, and we've been really interested to know what is the northern range of this species. When we think about the subtropical species that live in the Borderland region, that live in the Sky Island region, they're in this mixing pot where we've got temperate species and tropical species. And so one of the questions that we can ask with FotoFauna is how far north are subtropical species? And there's just a paper published this week that tropical species might be on the move quite a bit. So I say coatis for everyone. Let's see how far north we can detect them. We need more cameras north of Tucson to help us be on the lookout for coatis.
Yeah, it looks like there's one camera. Where is that? Up in Sholo? So
great.
they're absent. So our northern one is what, hitting Mount Lemon?
Yeah, right. Well, this is where the orange is present. And so out of 450 checklists that have been submitted so far for FotoFauna, 14% of them have had a positive detection of at least one coati during the month.
That's great.
Well, enough talking about science and maps and stuff. Let's see the photos, right?
Get to the cute.
Get to the cute. I mean, maps are cute, but actual photographs of a white-nosed coati like this one drinking at Coronado National Memorial. So Catherine, when you see just one coati, what does that make you think of?
Well, we're not supposed to anthropomorphize too much onto our mammals, right? And so some people might say that, oh, I think it's alone or it's lonely or it needs a friend. But in sciences, sometimes you have to think maybe they want to be alone or more comfortable like that. Or maybe it's a male and they're striking out on their own before finding their mate. So that makes me think that this is probably a male.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really common to see the females together with a troop in a troop. That's what we call a group of coati and all the young around. So I'm with you. I'm guessing it's a male on a solo mission.
Right. Yep. At the Desert Museum, our kids club is called the Coati Kids Club because we like to see them all together in that troop, and that's what made us think of that.
Oh, that's wonderful. And so important more than ever, since so many of us have been at home for the last year and not getting to be in our troops. So,
Right.
all right, here's our second one. Look through the grass and find the coati. Another probably solo male. And then the third one, nice golden light here on the back of this coati.
Nice tail action too. Nice brontosaurus shape in this one.
Definitely, definitely. Oh, these are all great. Possibly all solo males. Didn't have troops of females and young in this one. So this will be a hard one to choose. I really love all the photographs. So good luck voting. Cast your votes. Pick the best, cutest COATIMUNDI. All right, the votes are coming in. Give it another few seconds. If you think people are having trouble picking one this time.
It's tough.
It is tough, I know, but you're all doing the really hard work and we appreciate your effort. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll and let you know that our winner is the first one, the coati in the sunlight at Coronado National Memorial, right on the border, and this one's set in the Huachuca Mountains.
Congratulations.
To the National Park Service. Okay. Well, I think it's time for some levity, Catherine. We're going to go ahead and move on to the funnies.
My favorite category of all time.
Okay. So we're moving on to the funnies, and this was judged by Sky Island Alliance staff. This poor hooded skunk, Catherine, it's lost its contact lens.
It's digging in the dirt for it.
Definitely. We've all been there.
Look at that nice huge tail though. It's always losing something.
I like the way its foot is still very graceful as it's straddling the irrigation pipe. I think it's bringing a lot of class.
Right, it's bringing that like nice 3-point contact. You know, yeah. I can't not two up at a time, but keep you nice and stable.
I like it. I like it. Okay, so gotta love the hooded skunk with its head underground, head stuck in the sand. This one. This is really about carnivals, right? I mean, this has to be a wheelbarrow race, Catherine?
It's just, you know, an innocent piggyback ride.
Piggyback ride? Right. Remember, don't call javelinas pigs, though.
They're not a pig. Nope, a peccary's not a pig.
Yeah, peccary. Some people call them skunk pigs, but you know. Anyway, so this is just innocent fun. This is just wheelbarrow race or piggyback ride. Clearly, there's a pair that's in the front that's winning the race in the event. So congratulations to them for that.
Yeah, and their prize might be some reds in a few weeks.
I don't follow you, but okay. Okay, reds are another term for baby javelina. Okay, and I love this one, dashing, another race one. Here's a dashing coyote. So what came to mind?
I know this look, and it's the exact look that my dog gets in the backyard after she's done a dookie and has to go her zoomies. So I feel like this coyote is just doing a massive zoomies.
Yeah, got the wild hair taken off.
Yes.
And it's at night, so I feel like maybe not chasing a roadrunner. I mean, first I thought, oh, is this like a cartoon beep beep kind of thing? But it's night and don't really see the roadrunners at night. So I think you're right. It's a classic case of the zoomies. All right, time to vote. We've got hooded skunk, piggyback ride javelina, or the zooming coyote. Okay, the votes are coming in quickly here. Last chance to vote. We have a very clear winner. And it is
Zoomy Town.
Yep, it's that blurred, super speedy coyote. So congratulations to MMM.
I think it's pronounced
I like that. Good idea. All right. Well, we want to spread the love around to our feathered friends. And look at the best bird species that were submitted. We have some birds on the FotoFauna checklist, but we welcome any other observations of any bird species to be submitted through the checklist as well. So thank you for our new partners to FotoFauna, the Tucson Audubon Society, for judging this category. They certainly are the bird experts here. And here's our first finalist photo for the best bird species. And look at that beauty.
Yeah, that is tip to toe. Nice length.
A very elegant snowy egret as our first one. Our second photo is another perspective of that great blue heron.
Oh, the nice profile shot.
I still think it's sporting the shoulder pads. Catherine, can you?
Once you go for a look, you just stick with it.
Right.
Brand yourself.
Definitely got to own it. It's fantastic. You see just a really subtle reflection of its belly too. I love that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Oh, Robert is saying it's a great egret in the first shot, not the snowy egret.
Oh, it's a great egret. Let's go back. That's really good to know. I'd love to hear Robert, can you give us a pointer on how you can tell? Egrets are not my strength, so I would love to learn more about this.
No, that's one new thing I got into this year of quarantine was birds. So really trying to get into eBird and going birding more often. So this is new to me too, and I'd love to learn. Black bill and snowy egrets have golden feet and legs. Oh, a lot of people know this. We are the only two that didn't, Emily.
Well, I'm glad, and I'm super happy to be ignorant and having a learning moment in front of all of you. That's so cool. Yeah, these are definitely very dark feet. Super cool. Great. All right, so moving back, we have the heron in the pool here. And our final category, if I can make this slide advance. Look at this flicker.
Oh,
flicker
cool.
light, one of my favorite things.
Nice action shot there.
Yeah, I love this one. I think the feathers with the dots on them are super gorgeous. I think, and I stand to be corrected, I believe this is a northern flicker. I do get gilded flickers around my house, and the feathers and the wings are much more yellow. So,
well, we've already established that neither of us are birders, so pop it in the comments and let us know.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Regardless of what its species is, this is a gorgeous bird, and I think it's a really, really lovely bird photograph.
Burb. I love the red streaking on the cheek.
Mm-hmm. This clearly could have been a contender for best dressed as well. Okay, so to review the options. I think this is, as always, going to be a tough choice. Time to vote.
Best bird.
Okay, lots of you have cast your votes. We have a very clear winner in the last few seconds. Is anyone going to make it a closer race with this final votes? No, by a very long tail feather, we have a winner. And it is—
Congratulations.
The flicker. Congratulations to Choya from Borderlands Restoration Network.
Very cool. So did we decide if this is the northern flicker or the gilded? I'm seeing yes as the answers.
Great.
Or northern.
Thanks for boosting our confidence.
Northern. Okay.
Okay, good.
A couple people popping in there with northern. Thank you. Great.
Awesome. Okay, great. All right. Well, we are moving on. We just had some great daylight photos, but I think we all know that so many cool things are happening at night. Nighttime, we have a lot of mammal activity, which is super fun to watch. And so this is our midnight meanderings category. It was brought to us by Friends of FotoFauna, the Valley of the Moon in Tucson. So thank you for judging this category for us. Our first one, look at that. Look at those ears.
Oh.
Cottontail reflecting on its life here.
I just love that bright eye shine too. It could look kind of creepy when you're out at night, but I don't know. I like to know that they're out there.
Absolutely. They're listening, they're watching, they know what's going on. Okay, next up, we have a very fluffy bobcat. I love the
Look at
whisk.
that just long, what, jowls, like the long
Yeah,
hair underneath.
fluffy or lamb chops, like a
Lamb
lamb.
chops, yeah, yeah.
Totally awesome. It's definitely watching something very interesting about the camera.
Yes. Oh yeah, Pam, it's mutton chops. That's exactly right. Yes.
Mutton chops. Thank you, Pam. Yes, yes, correct. Love
I love
it.
the innocent look in the face too.
It's glad that you think it's innocent. It
Yeah, I say that because I've seen my cat with that look before she does something like knock stuff off the counter.
Right, absolutely. Okay, and finally, we have an extremely large bird of the region, the great horned owl. I was
So
just
this one isn't the flicker, right?
correct. Yes, you're totally learning. You're picking up so much.
Learning the verbs.
Yeah, I love the great horned owl. They have such a distinctive call. They can be up to 2 feet tall, which is amazing, with massive wingspan. I know tiny, tiny dogs, the domestic cats, get the chills every time we talk about great horned owls, right?
Yeah, I have a great horned owl story from this year. I was out back. This was last spring in my garden, just doing some like general cleanup and gardening, and I hear this loud noise in the tree, like loud enough that I thought maybe a bobcat had gone up the tree. It was that much shaking, and I look up, and it was a great horned owl fighting with a Cooper's hawk. And
Oh,
I was stunned. And this was about 9 a.m. And they were like going at it. And then finally the Cooper's hawk got away. And then the owl went in a different direction. If somebody can tell me more about that behavior, I'd be fascinated to learn what is going on there.
that is so interesting. Seems like somebody disturbed someone else's roost or something. How cool.
Yeah.
See, this is why we have to have wildlife cameras everywhere so we can get we can witness all this stuff, right? I mean,
Right.
people might become, if you're like me, you become completely obsessed with cameras and just think, I just need one more. I just need one more for that tree or that fence. It becomes a story.
I think that'd be a tougher sell because that was in my neighbor's tree. And so I don't know how to explain this is for wildlife when I put things in your tree to look at your yard, but we'll see. We'll see how far that argument gets.
If I was your neighbor, I'd be totally fine with it as long as you shared the photos. So you never know.
All right.
Okay, we have to vote on the midnight meanderings. I'm going to launch the poll, and your choices are the cottontail, the bobcat, or the great horned owl.
Ooh, who's it gonna be?
Who's it going to be? Okay, we've got the votes. One photograph has pulled ahead, and it is our bobcat with the mutton chops. Congratulations to Britt for this fabulous bobcat photo. All right. Getting organized here for our next category. All right.
Just checking in, Emily, how many categories ish have we done and how many are there total? I think 18 total.
Category. Okay, so we're working up to 18.
All right.
So we're getting through it. We've got some really good ones left. So stick with us. Some fantastic photos to come. This is our best selfie category, which for those of you that spend half of your life now on Zoom, you feel like you're in a perpetual selfie that you don't want to be. But these animals really show us how to perform on camera. So we can all take notes from this. And thank you to our FotoFauna partners, Caminantes del Desierto, for judging this category. And they're in ASE in Sonora. Okay, first up, look at this. Look at that face on this beautiful, curious, inquisitive coyote.
It's like they know exactly where the cameras are, and I think they do.
Absolutely. I agree. I always see mine looking suspiciously at the camera.
Oh.
Gray fox, sun's out, tongue's out, right?
Oh my gosh, look at that little tongue.
Too cute. Some twinning foxes here enjoying a nice drink of water. Love it.
Cute.
And then we've got this beautiful hooded skunk.
Cute.
Do
All
you
right,
think
so they went off with a tripod. Now he's 2 legs, bipedal skunks.
right? So maybe starting to pick up some folk dance moves. Maybe been watching quail, trying to figure out what to do. Is it an Irish jig? But no matter what, absolutely adorable.
All right, best selfie.
Okay. Which one is your favorite? Okay, I think we got a clear winner. Right, give a few more seconds to vote. Nope, not closing the gap. We've got a winner here, and it is the pair of dapper foxes.
Oh, congratulations, gray foxes.
Terrific. Okay, we're moving on to one that I personally really love, and that's fantastic felines. We've already had some amazing feline photographs, but here's a whole concentration on them. And thank you to FotoFauna partner Friends of Agua Caliente for judging this category. They're taking some fantastic photos of felines around Agua Caliente. And before we launch into the pictures, just a little bit, sneaking in a little bit more data, Catherine. So the orange dots represent where we have seen bobcats in FotoFauna so far since September, all the checklists that are reporting in. So almost half of the checklists have had bobcats. Bobcats are around. And I bet if you have a camera and you don't have a bobcat yet, just give it some time. I bet it's gonna pop up. You could really see a lot of concentration around the Tucson area. But they're definitely around in Sonora as well.
Yep. And what I like to do, Emily, is I keep all of my bobcat photos and I put them side by side and look at their markings like you would with your other spotted cats to see kind of how many live in and around my area.
Oh, that's a great idea. I have noticed that the inner bars on the inside of the arms sometimes can be really helpful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I've got some around my house that have wildly different tail lengths. So super short and really long.
Exactly. Yeah. So especially if you're getting the camera in the same direction each time. Like sometimes I'll go left to right or right to left, and then I'm not super sure, but if they go in the, I'll have to train them to always take the same track so I can compare.
Try putting signs up. They seem really smart. So if maybe some arrows and signs would, you know. Okay, so this is in contrast, same kind of map. Orange dots are where we found felines, in this case, the mountain lion. So look at a really different pattern. If you know this region, where you're finding the mountain lions pop up in places that are less populated or don't have much of the urban environment. So far, nothing detected close to Tucson. That doesn't mean they're not around, but they haven't shown up in the FotoFauna checklist yet. So 12%, which I still think is a pretty good number, of checklists so far since September have had mountain lion on them. So definitely a binational cat. It's in Sonora. It's in Arizona. And just looks like we've got a point that's really close to the corner of New Mexico as well. Okay, enough maps. Let's get to the cool photos. Our first one is definitely a bobcat. Now, we always call the spotted cats in our region ocelot and jaguar spotted cats, but I mean, come on, I think we should give bobcat a little credit here. Look at that.
Absolutely.
Beautiful coat.
I love the ear tufts.
Okay, our next one is another bobcat.
Oh,
this cat
looks profile.
Yeah, it makes me just want to pet it. I won't, don't worry. Really beautiful. And our third one is a mountain lion. So a fabulous picture of a mountain lion walking under the trees past the camera.
Do you have any sense of where this photo was taken? Do you know the submitter?
No, I don't.
Very cool.
I don't know which corner of the Sky Island range it's from.
Oh, Megan says San Pedro River. Thank you, Megan.
San Pedro River. Well, look at that. I guess the trees are a nice giveaway for that. Excellent. Okay, so review your choices. 2 bobcats and 1 mountain lion. Here comes the poll. Cast your vote. Oh, we got a close one. Oh, it just flipped. Every vote counts, folks. So we got a tie. We need a tiebreaker. Ooh, we've got by a cat claw. 1 has pulled ahead
Oh my gosh.
by 1 vote. Any more votes? Last chance. Okay, before it becomes tied again, I'm going to end the poll. And our winner is the mountain lion along the sand
Just
page.
by a smidge. Just
by a
teeny
whisker.
tiny whisker. Wow.
Awesome. Congratulations. Okay, we're getting into our final 5 categories now, and we're moving from those of you who love cats to those of you that love canines. We're moving into coolest coyote, judged by my colleagues at Sky Island Alliance. So coyotes are one of the most, if not the most common species that we're picking up on the FotoFauna project. So a clear majority, 68% of checklists have had coyote. They are present in wild area, open, undeveloped areas. They're present in our urban environment, Sonora, and in Arizona.
Mhm.
This first one is so cool. We've got a coyote, I think, in the snow.
Yeah, definitely looks snowy.
So this is a winter wonderland coyote for sure. Just gorgeous. Probably got cold toes. Look at this pair, a pair of really beautifully colored coyote looking over their shoulders together. What do you think they're watching, Catherine?
Probably the bobcat staring back at them.
It's a staring competition for sure.
Yeah.
Really great to see coyotes
Oh,
together.
look at the one on the right. Might have a wound on its foreleg.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe so. I'm amazed at how resilient these animals are living in
For sure.
all kinds of environments and getting into all kinds of things. And our third one, really stunning photograph of a coati. Coati. No goodness, I'm better at animal identification.
Coyote.
Coyote.
Nice landscape skyline too.
Exactly. Beautiful colored clouds in the distance. Really beautiful shot. Okay, it's going to be hard to choose a winner here, but please do your best. Which one do you think is the coolest coyote? Okay, the votes are coming in quickly now. Lots of opinions on the coyotes. All right, last chance to vote. Fantastic. And it is the under the sky evening coyote running by that is our winner.
It was beautiful. You could frame that shot.
Yeah. So congratulations, Rainer, for this shot. All right. Okay, well, we're moving on to more of the species specific ones. We're going to talk just about skunks now. This is brought to us by SARSEF, Friends of FotoFauna Project. So thank you for being our guest judges for Stinking Cute Skunks. And Catherine, you already mentioned this, but we've got 4 skunks in this region, right?
Mm-hmm. The gilded skunk, the northern skunk, but just kidding. Those are the flickers again.
The great skunk.
The great skunk.
Okay,
the snowy skunk.
Oh, we're going to get fired for doing this. Yes, but there are 4 skunks for reals.
Yeah, we have, let me think, hooded, striped, spotted, what am I forgetting? Hog-nosed.
Correct. Very good.
Oof.
Very good. So here's a map of one of those species, this western spotted skunk, which interestingly is the least common so far in the project. You can see just a couple of locations in orange that have detected spotted skunk so far, and less than 2% of all of the checklists have reported them. So where are these skunks? Add it to your list. Make sure you're checking your cameras, keeping an eye out. They're very distinctive, and we're going to show you a picture of one in just a moment. But we're starting out with a hooded skunk under the stars.
Nice background that we just saw with that coyote too.
I really love this profile of the hooded skunk. You can really see the face shape, rooting around, looking for insects in the ground, turning over things, and that gorgeous fluffy white coat. Now, hooded skunks come in many different coat variations. So there's a lot of confusion around hooded skunks, whether it's striped skunk or a hognose skunk. And Megan Bethel, our wildlife specialist, has put an amazing graphic that she created together showing, I think it's 8 different coat variations for the hooded skunk. So maybe one of my colleagues can link to that in the chat. It's super beautiful, really lovely art, and so interesting to see how many different coat types you can see on the hooded skunk.
Wow, very cool, Megan. I want to see that.
It's part of our Sky Island art gallery on our website. We've been asking for people to share art that's meaningful to them about the borderland region. We're celebrating the diversity of life and lands at the border. And so really fun art submission. Okay, so here's that here's that western spotted skunk that we were talking about that hasn't been very common yet, but so distinctive. You're unlikely to mix this one up with the other ones. They've got these interesting ribbons of black stripes going through their coats. They have actually a white spot on their forehead, and we think that's where the common name comes from. It's actually for the spot on their forehead, which you can't see in this picture. And one of the really fun things about spotted skunks is they do handstands. Has anybody seen the images of that? When they're in defense mode and trying to ward off a predator, they will go on their front legs and raise their tail, and you just see this amazing raising posture. So
yeah, super. I think Saguaro National Park has a really great video of that from a couple of years ago, if you want to Google that. But it's supposed to be defensive, but it's adorable.
It's completely rad. So I think we should be keeping a list of all the animals that clearly do folk dancing. I mean, just in general. Okay, and the last stinking cute skunk. This one from behind. You know, it's the last photo, but it's also a photo from behind.
Hey.
Hey, thanks. I'm sure if people weren't on mute, they'd be laughing at my dumb jokes. This is a hog-nosed skunk. So this is one of those that could really look like a hooded skunk because it's got that white cape on the back and white tail. But one of the giveaways here is the shorter tail. The hooded skunk has a much longer tail. So that's one of the things to look at is in addition to the coloration, is the length of the tail.
I also appreciate the lines on this one, the tail lines, and then the 2 cacti in the back, kind of giving that parallel.
Yeah, that's really beautiful. That's great. Okay, so let's review our stinking cute skunks, and it's time to vote. Here we go. Is it going to be the hooded skunk under the stars, spotted skunk drinking water, or a hognose skunk heading towards some agave? All right, looks like we've got most of the votes in. Give you a few more seconds, those final voters. We keep the polls open until the end. We want to make sure we're maximizing voter participation here. All right, and here we go, ending the poll, and we have a winner. It's the spotted skunk with those ribbons of white and black. So congratulations, Jim and the Tucson Audubon Society. All right. Okay, final 3 categories. I don't want it to end.
We can always do it again every season, do the seasonally.
Yeah, I might just keep it this all day. I might be the only one on the Zoom, but we're moving on to best play date. Play dates, getting together with friends and family. I don't think any of us are going to take that for granted anytime soon when we get to come back together post-pandemic. So
It's
let's
so
see.
close. We're so close.
It's so close. Yes, I agree. All right, this was judged by my colleagues at Sky Island Alliance, and let's see which animals are having play dates this winter. Oh, good. We've got some white-tailed deer, maybe planting a kiss on the forehead or picking grass out of teeth, you know, helping each other out, right?
Sure. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely kissing.
Super sweet. Okay.
I feel like every time we've said that they're getting along, it's always just been a fight.
I know, but we have rose-colored.
We're trying.
Yeah. So this is a pair of bobcats. We think clearly they just got dropped off, right?
Yeah, they're just getting out of their Uber right there after a fun night.
It's pretty amazing watching them walk towards the camera.
That's really cool to get both of them together too.
So Catherine, you called it Uber, but I thought you said that bobcats typically use the Lynx lift.
Oh yeah, Lynx lift. Yep.
Yeah. Since everyone's on mute, Catherine, really next time we do this, we should have a laugh track.
Oh, laugh track. Just, some jokes are just for us, even if no one's laughing.
Exactly. Okay, and the final one for best play date. Look at this covey of quail. So many, I don't think I could count them right now. Not in front of an audience anyway. So many coming in for a splash, maybe coming in for a drink. Definitely pool party time.
I say minimum 23.
Okay.
But we don't need to count it.
Sounds like an expert assessment. All right, so what's it going to be? Which one is going to be the best play date? We've got the pair of deer, pair of bobcats, or the very large covey of splashing quail. Okay, the votes are coming in. Final seconds. My cat over my shoulder wants to come and vote. We can't vote on this end. Yeah, I thought I'd already explained that to him. Okay.
She wants to co-host next time.
Okay, final votes. All right, we do have a winner, and it is our covey of quail.
Quail, impressive.
Yeah, congratulations once again, Jim, the Tucson Audubon Society.
He's going to have enough prizes to share.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Second to last category, we have tail envy. I think there have been so many good photos of tails already, but we've saved some of the best for last here. So thank you to FotoFauna partner Tohono Chul for judging this category. And let's look at the contenders.
Wow, that's tail. That's such tail.
Yes. One of the things I love about the hooded skunks is their tail. It's as wide as their body. They're so fluffy that it just looks like one big animal, even though the tail is so skinny.
So such fluff. It would look very weird if they lost their tail hair.
Super. Oh yeah, absolutely. Just one more thing on the markings. Can you see this faint white stripe on the nose here? Coming up the nose towards the forehead, that's another marking to look out for hooded skunks. They'll have a white line. Sometimes it's more pronounced than others, but you'll see that if you get a good face image of hooded skunks.
So that's a great way to tell them apart. And that's on Megan's cheat sheet here that I just saw.
Oh, excellent.
They all have the white stripe between the eyes for the hooded skunk.
Okay, so that's a beautiful tail, no question. Can't argue with that. But look at this one. Look at this white-tailed deer running along the rocks, the white fur waving in the wind.
That's another great tail.
I do love it. And I love the posture, really lifting that tail up. Okay, and our last one is a bird. We have a beautiful close-up of a raven in flight. And just look at those tail feathers.
That's a really cool shot. You see the definition and the different feather types.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, very nice, Anne.
Lovely. Okay, 3 extremely different tails. I don't know if we could have a more diverse group of tails. So this is going to be a tough choice. I know it, but do your best. Pick our winner. Is it going to be the hooded skunk tail, the white-tailed deer tail, or the raven tail? Oh, out of the gate, there's a clear winner.
Popular vote here.
As the final votes get cast, we will see if anything changes. We've got votes for all of them for sure, but it appears that our winner is In Flight.
Oh, way to, this is hard. Way to win, Raven. That's
Yeah.
And Pam said that's a great example of a raven wedge tail, which is super true. So crows and ravens, you look at the shape of that tail to help you.
Yeah, the point at the bottom there. Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, with mixed feelings, we move on to our final category for the winter 2021 photo competition. One more winner to pick today. And we like to end on this category, picture perfect.
Oh, I don't have mixed feelings. My feelings are this is super fun and I can't wait for the next one. So even if this has to end, I get to do camera trapping for another quarter or so before we see each other again.
That's right. That's right. Well, that's a good perspective. Yes. We'll just be goodbye for now, but we will be doing this again soon. So picture perfect. This is when sometimes the camera clicks and it just takes a truly amazing photograph. A photograph with the lighting and the composition and where the subject is. So really, this is science and art blended together. And we love these really artistic wildlife photos that come in off the cameras. So the first one was submitted by my partner in crime here, Catherine at the Desert Museum.
Yes.
Catherine, this is amazing. Look at that coyote.
And I would like to emphasize that my cameras are not on the museum grounds. They are just off museum grounds in the washes. So this is not something you'd see if you were a visitor to the museum currently.
That's a great point. So not in the in the visitor area. So Catherine, I have some comments about what you've photographed here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this looks like a mule deer leg to me.
I think that's pretty likely, as I've definitely had mule deer on this path on this camera. So I might have seen the before and after.
Oh dear. Okay,
Oh dear.
But I have a bone to pick with you about this because I feel like this could have been in the funnies category. Do you know why?
No, why is this funny?
Because this is humorous. It's a humorous bone.
Bone jokes, bone jokes.
Okay, I've peaked. I should probably wrap this up now. Moving right along, back to a beautiful starry sky. Gosh, we love the darkness for our wildlife. Most of our mammal species are out at night. It's a great adaptation for the desert. We need to protect our dark skies. Here is a gray fox glancing casually over its shoulder at the camera.
Oh my gosh, and you see the stars in the background too. Wow.
Beautiful.
I would love to know the setup that Rainer that you're using for these shots. That's stunning.
Absolutely. We invite you to come and share that with all of us one of these days. Okay, and finally, back to the bath. We have, this is really a caption this moment, a beautiful image with so many mourning doves that have gathered. And then we've got 2 other birds. There's a northern cardinal that's holding court maybe. And then there's a white-crowned sparrow behind it, I believe, that maybe is waiting for the mic. Is it open mic night?
I think it is. Yes, this one's on the white-crowned sparrow is on deck. He's got cardinal has 3 minutes left. You get the light.
You get the light. It's really bad when the hook comes out. I think the mourning doves are a pretty tolerant crowd, but you never know. So really beautiful colors, beautiful photos, so many animals showing up in this one. Just great. Okay, so picture perfect, 3 really fabulous photos. Please cast your vote for the final winner of our photo contest today.
And just remember, the coyote comes with more bone puns from Emily.
Yeah, I'll just stay on Zoom for a while. All right, looks like most folks have voted at this point. Time for the final votes of the day to be cast. And our winner is the Fox and Stars.
You know, I can't argue with that. That is a stunning picture.
Really super wonderful. Well, we could literally have had 50 or more categories. We have so many fantastic photos that are getting submitted every month. So I hope that you've enjoyed going through all of these photos. I hope you're motivated to submit your monthly checklists. We have a ton of information on our Sky Island Alliance website about how to join FotoFauna, how to find a camera that's right for you, how to find a good place in your backyard to mount it, to set it up. We have tips on managing photos, identifying species. You can join our newsletter for FotoFauna to get a monthly reminder of when it's time to submit your checklist for the month before, learn about what activities all of the FotoFauna partners are doing to study and protect wildlife in the Sky Island region, and to get some tips and tricks for wildlife camera trapping. So please sign up for our newsletter. Please get your hands on a camera and start seeing what's around you. I think you're going to love it as much as me and Catherine do.
It's an addicting, totally safe, fun hobby. So it's been very healthy for me this year.
I couldn't agree more. It's really like opening birthday presents every time you put that memory card in the computer and see what's on,
Yes.
what's been recorded. So lastly, tag the project. We only are able to share a handful through these events of the great photos that are coming in, but share it with the community. We invite you, when you post your wildlife camera photographs or videos online and social media, to use the hashtag Sky Island FotoFauna, and that will allow all of us that are hungry to see more pictures of wildlife to find your images. So with that, get ready. Make sure your cameras are going to be prepared for summer. That means we are going to be looking for photos of summer soirees. We want to see your pool party,
Pool parties,
wildlife photos. We are going to have a very serious summer theme close to Labor Day for the next photo competition. So you have all the hot months leading up here, April, May, June, July, to get really good summer photos submitted. And then we are going to blow out summer with our next photo competition. So,
oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. I can't wait.
You know what to do. Get out your umbrellas, get out the water bowls, support wildlife by giving them something to drink during this really intense drought that we're in.
You know, water bowls or margaritas for us, for the human side.
Yes, exactly. All right. Well, thank you all so much. I think Catherine and I are both happy to stay on for a couple more minutes. If there's questions that have come up about wildlife or camera trapping, we're happy to do that. But in the meantime, be well. Thank you for joining us, and happy wildlife watching.